Hi everybody! Today I am working on a wreath, but it's a different method than I usually use, which you can see by the litany of pipe cleaners all over the place, and they're kind of everywhere. This was developed by, I don't know her name, but she's at Busy Bee Creations. I'm going to link, I can't remember her name, it seems like something I should know. Or something I did know and now I don't know anymore, but I'm gonna link her channel or a video where she does this. I don't know if I can link channel in the iCards, but I'll put her channel link down below and go watch her. She probably explains it a lot better than I do. The last couple of videos she's done, she's explained it very well, so yeah. And I'm filming on my new camera, which the video files are so ridiculously huge that I can't really render them in a timely manner on my computer because my computer's so old, so I don't think I'm going to be as in-depth as I usually am, just because I can't render a 2-hour video file or an hour video file. It took me 6 hours last night to edit and to render a 20-minute video file, so yeah. So these are full pipe cleaners. And I think there's 12 of these, 12 full ones, and then 12 half pipe cleaners. And the way this is set up, let me move this over so maybe you can see better. Maybe. There is a full pipe cleaner at every weld on the inside. If you want, because we're not really wrapping around the 2 rings like we normally do, you can put a little bit of hot glue right there. Pull it, twist it tight, go to the next one. Get them all stuck together. This method, I don't know how, because there's more ties, you end up using less mesh, and you definitely end up using less ribbon, which I'm all for that. And then our next full pipe cleaners are going to go in between these 2 welds on the outside. I'm not going to glue these because I'm just going to pull them tight and they're going to stay in place. And yeah, this would be a lot quicker if I was holding it up, but trying to make sure you guys can see. Alright, so here's full, here's full, here's full. Now we're going to take our half pipe cleaners and they are going, everywhere we put a full one, we're going to come out or in. Here's a full one, here's a full one. Going to come out or in and place a half on the inside or the outside. So everywhere there's a full one, there's a half directly across from it. Alright, so now you're looking at this and you're like, oh, that's a lot of stuff on there. Which it is, especially if you've been following how I normally do them, where there's only 3 in each section. This one has 4? No. There's 6, 12. So there's 24 ties. 12 on the inside, 12 on the outside. They're just spaced. No, they're all spaced the same. It's just this side is going to be bigger because the diameter. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to get into... Go watch one of Busy Bee's videos. She explains it better than I will. This is 21-inch snowball mesh. I don't know why I ordered 21-inch because I've never really used it, but I have it until Craft Outlet decides to open up full-time again. I don't know when I'm going to be able to place an order, because every time I'm like, oh, they're open, I can place an order. By the time I go to place the order, they're closed again. So this is just a 21-inch I haven't seen, I don't know if I've seen anybody do 21 inch. It seems like 10, a 10 inch roll, not even a whole full roll, just 10 inches wide is enough to cover the base entirely. But I don't have any 10 inch that I want to use, so I guess we're using this. And I am just going to take this, and you can't see that, but I'm dropping it underneath the table to my feet. If it'll stop catching on everything, just drop. Just drop. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to grab a cable tie to get this started. And I have a feeling that this is going to be really big because I'm using the 21 inch mesh. Alright, I'm going to go onto the short ones first. I'm just going to gather this up in my hand. It's pretty even. I'm going to start right before this one like I always do. Be interested to see how much mesh I have left. Cutting that zip tie off because it has done its job. And I'm putting things in my garbage can instead of just throwing them wherever. Like, I've grown up a lot since the last video yesterday. So yeah, we're just gonna go at this. Pretty much, I'm trying to make sure this is not tugging on anything and that I have enough to work. I'm gonna leave this one open. And here you're going from your crisscrossing. So you're gonna do all the smaller half pipe cleaners first. And business, oh, this dog. I'm measuring 10 inches. Coming over. Giving this 5 or so good turns. And then I'm going to clip that off because the way you save materials on this is by not adding ribbon to everything, which I'm all about because y'all know I don't like to go crazy with the ribbon. Okay, so then 10 inches. I'm on my 10 mark right here. I'm going to pull to 0 and then come directly across to this. Half pipe cleaner. Okay, so now I'm right back where I started. This is where my zip tie is. Measure my 10 inches from here to here. And there's that first zip tie we put down. This one's going to be a little tight because there's 2 layers of mesh through it, but it's fine. Just pull that extra tight. Give it a couple of good twists. Zip it off. Okay, so I'm still not going to fluff just because I know I have to go back and forth between these again and I want to make that more difficult on myself. That's a nice shape though. This is like the closer they are together, and especially once they're opened up, it's going to look even nicer. Like just the, I mean, you can kind of see why it's called the crisscross. So again, I'm going to bring this up, not pulling it super tight or anything. I'm just going to pull this up until right before this full pipe cleaner right here, the closest one. And I'm just going to zip tie this down. Get this on here and then I'll explain. Okay, I'm not going to try to like pull this extra tight. I'm just going to, you know, not waste a whole bunch of mesh. So this is where it goes from the outside back to the inside. And it's right in front of this full pipe cleaner, which is where we're going to end. Cut that off. There's some little garbagey pieces over here. Alright, we're going to do the exact same thing, except now we're starting on the inside. We're going to hop to the first full pipe cleaner on the outside, and then back in, back out, back in, back out, and we'll end up right. We'll end up right here. I'm going to pull this forward and just cross it so it's in front. But technically, we don't have anything in this yet. That's where we're ending. Alright, so put this at my 10 mark. Coming down to the 0. Coming out to here. And these are staying long because this is where we would be putting our ribbon tails. Right here is where I'm going to end. So I'm going to pull this to 10 again. I don't like 21-inch mesh. You should see, I mean, I'm just like, ugh. So here's a cable tie where we started. Here's a pipe cleaner where we started. Just going to get that down. Just going to cut this, you know, leaving an inch or so, 2, 3, who knows. I'm going to stick that right there because I want to pick that up and see how much is left. I'm just going to take him, my little tail, push it back here. Cable tie it down. I'm not really using the cable ties like to be super secure. I mean, that's normally what you would use them for, but I just want everything contained. Can we see that? You can't do another wreath with it, and there's not much you can do with the 20 and 1 inch rolls, but if I was using a 10 inch roll, I might be able to get a couple of cuts out of that. Alright, and now I'm going to, how do I want to start this? Probably from, well, I don't guess it matters. Probably just do the outside bits first. Okay, so final observation before I actually move on to the next part. This is filling in nicely in the middle. I was not pulling these out all the way. Like actually getting in there and finding, hey, this is one edge right here. I need to pull over and fluff this out and poof it up until I get to the other edge. Like see this run right here? Edge, pull it out all the way until I get to the other edge. And this is not something I would do with any mesh that was not of a high quality, because the more you're pulling this, like these edges are tightly woven, well, somewhat tightly woven. If I was using a cheaper, thinner mesh, while I'm doing this, this is just going to fry. I mean, it's going to be torn apart into nothing. So, definitely, you know, splurge a little bit on the $4 roll instead of the $3 roll. You know, one of those things. Okay, so this is all poofed out now, and it looks pretty good. I think I don't know, I think it would be better with the 10-inch mesh, but we're working with what we got. Alright, so now we have 12 pipe cleaners that we've left long, that are buried all around here. And I'm using this dark green, because I'm tired of using that lime green color and everything. And I just thought it would be a nice little change of pace. Something a little bit more traditional. Alright, so I'm using this green with this red and white stripe. I got 12 of them, so I'm going to put one in each remaining pipe cleaner. See, I'm going to start on the outside just so I can kind of keep track of where I'm going. And this is all that's going in here, so put these in, twist them, snip them. Alright, I like that. I was worried that the green might be too dark. That looks okay. Okay. Yeah, I like that. You can still see the foil. I like this method, y'all. I like only having 12 things of ribbon instead of 18. It's more than 9, which it would be if you did half of them the way I normally do it. But yeah, this looks really nice. And it's not super, I mean, my wreaths were sometimes, 6 inches deep. So this is nice. And now let's figure out how to get this on here. Oh no, I wanted it up here, because I'm going to throw y'all for a loop here. And I like to try to do this from the front, just because I don't want anything shifting and it going where I don't want it to go. What you got, baby? You got a toy? Okay, I have my sign on. Everything on there real good. Let me do a shake test. Oh yeah. Okay, I made a bow off camera because, let's face it, you can only watch me make a bow so many times before you finally give up and unsubscribe. So all this is a couple of, I have the green in here, I have the stripe in here, there's a solid metallic red that looks more burgundy, but it matches the red in here kinda, but it doesn't match this one, but I don't care. So 6-inch loops, 3 tails coming out, the same one I always do. It's the Lisa bow, maybe, and fluffed out pretty good. I don't know why I left the tail. I put the tails at 12 inches, and then I was like, why did I do that? I'm just gonna give it a final fluff and fold and pull and yank. Oh, that's a tail. 1, 2. Okay. So let's cut the cable tie off. it. Like, I know there's not like a right and wrong side, and I'm gonna move everything around once I get it on there anyway, but I feel like this is the... I don't know. I'm just gonna put it on there. Okay, let me look up here because I need to come forward a little. This wreath is so flat. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it needs to be like so big that you can't even see anything, but maybe this is good. Alright, I'm going through the front again. Because I can see kind of where I want this, but I think I want it higher than it actually is. Oh yeah, I like that with the... I like putting ornaments in the ribbon ties too because it kind of keeps them separated. So I'm liking that. That is going everywhere. Part first and then stick that in there. So, this is it. Finished, fluffed, puffed. So my final thoughts on the crisscross poof. Crisscross poof method, is that what you... Busy Bees crisscross poof. I like the way it looked when it went down. But having a bow this big, that was my pizza. Having a bow this big on a compact base, it looks a little strange to me because when you turn it this way, and you can kind of see everything's flat, and then you have this big bow. And yes, I could have made the bow smaller, and yes, I could probably pull it out some, but I don't know. Do I stick an ornament in there? Not that one. This one? No. So I like it. I think if someone was like, hey, I don't want a gigantic wreath, I would be like, okay, well, I have this. Or I think I'm going to try this again with the 10-inch mesh, but just measure my poofs a little longer. You know, put them at 12 inches or 14 inches and see where that gets me. Because I liked it. I mean, I like doing it. I think it looks good. But it's a little flat for me. But, you know, somebody might love that because my mom's always like, why are they so huge? And I'm like, because it's Christmas, and that's what Jesus wants. He wants me to make huge wreaths and then hoard them all around my house because Etsy scares me. Okay, so that's it, guys. A first wreath tutorial on the new camera. Can you see everything all nice and pretty? Look at that. Oh, it thinks I'm taking a picture of a mountain for some reason. Alright, now I feel blessed and highly favored. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Let me know what you think about the not talking, the talking, the speeding up, the slowing down, the camera quality. This is definitely not on here at all, but yeah. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.